workout choreography that looked like, oh, they ain't done this in a while. You still got to come out like, girl, I was doing this when you was an egg and a sperm. Don't do that.
Hey, don't do that.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
R. Kelly told his wife he kept her out of the spotlight to protect her from fans and the paparazzi.
Now looking back on it was no, actually it was to keep me isolated so that no one would know about the abuse, and also that I felt so distant and separated from the world that I didn't even feel empowered to speak out about it.
The event is a fundraiser for the Marjorie Mason Center, a women's shelter. Aileen Rizzo was among those honored. Her fight for equal pay for women led to then Governor Brown signing the Fair Pay Act.
When we stand up for ourselves, we stand up for others as well.
Bitwise co-founder Irma Olguin Jr. was also honored, as was Design Science High principal Tressa Overstreet, who helps kids living in poverty chart a course for college.
100% are admitted to four-year universities. This last year, we had 4 admitted to Stanford, all first in their families to go to college.
Tina Rodriguez earned the award for her work with domestic violence programs, which she has taken into Valley prisons, so offenders understand the pain they have caused.
By one, each of the honorees were escorted up to the stage. In various professions, each of these women have worked hard to get to where they're at today and to make an impact in their community.
I was completely surprised when I got the phone call about being honored with this. I didn't know that I had been nominated by one of my incredible staff members.
Dr. Amanda Nicholson was one of 10 women honored. She's the founder and CEO of Swan Consulting, an organization that helps kids on the autism spectrum. Getting this award has opened her eyes to the amazing work the Marjorie Mason Center does.
Our goal today is that we'll lift that lens a little bit on that lid of domestic violence and give people a greater glimpse into what healthy relationships look like and truly some things that are actually very unhealthy and how we can recognize those red flags and what to do if you acknowledge it.
This year's keynote speaker was Rosie Hildago, who has worked for years trying to end domestic violence. She's glad Fresno has the Marjorie Mason Center for those in need, trying to break the cycle of violence.
I just hope to celebrate the tremendous work of Marjorie Mason as a program in this community that is providing really critical services and support, but also to lift up that the only way we're really going to end domestic violence is to involve all of the community.
Welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Texas Black Diamond ENT. This is your girl TBD. I posted some things earlier today, this morning, and someone asked me like, why do I feel the way I feel? And I said, okay, I will do a video and explain to that person why I feel the way I feel. And I noticed with the women of color, we have to just do an overkill. We have to go overboard with everything. And I am, honestly, I'm sick of Andrea Lee, and I am sick of Azriel. Because every time, it's like a competition with these two. It seems like you see it all the time. Like through the years, it's going to be those two. It's always those two. Say what you have to say. Get your treatment. Move on. And the reason why I say you don't see this from other race, okay? Because when these women go through a situation, they get treatment, they get the help. And then what they do, they learn from their experience and they grow, but they use that to start, organizations, foundations and organizations and things like that. But what they do, they use us. They use the chapter or the slogan, they don't care about black girls. And what they do this to promote their brand. So we'll get Drea Lee because she's going to run her mouth. And once again, Drea Lee bashes her kid's father. All this time, Drea Lee, she had a platform. Before anything, all these allegations came out, she had her own platform. Everything was great. She wasn't miserable. She was happy. She wasn't depressed. She cared and loved her baby daddy. And then you have people get in their ear, oh, you were just feeling like that because you were just you was just holding on, and you just have to let go, and you have to bash him, and you have to go out in the public and do this and do that. But as a mother, she didn't try to go and say, I need to speak to you. Let's get some counseling, separate counseling. I know you've gone through situations. I have gone through situations. We have our kids, and let's do this. But what do Drea Lee teaches people? How to pop, lock, and drop it. How to spread it and bust it wide open. What other talent? You can't even go and do an award show. You want to teach somebody how to squat and twerk. And that's what I'm sick of with us. We say our men use us. We are being used by white people all the time to promote their brand. And they don't give a damn about us. Just like athletes. It's all gravy. They care so much about them. They love them. They this, they that. As long as they bringing fans and the ticket sales is off the roof, and then the ratings are good. But the moment that black man gets sick, break a leg, tear something down, you don't hear nothing else about him. I don't give a damn about you. Tiger Woods, great, making money. We didn't have golf on TV like that, but that was great ratings for their channel. So we gonna have this on TV. We got a black man dominating. Look at the Williams girl tennis. Nobody really care about tennis, but when them girls came in, they started putting it on air. They dominated the tennis world, and the ratings was going up. I'm saying this to say, and I'm going to show y'all some clips, and I'm going to show y'all why I am so mad. Because it's just an overkill. I look at those organizations. There was one white woman. She went through some problem. I didn't see her get up there and bash the husband, the ex-husband. I didn't see these women bash that boyfriend, constantly calling their name. They talked about their experience. And what they did, it was like, I noticed that he didn't have a father, and his mother raised him to hate his father, and his mother was telling him, you're going to be just like your dad. You're going to be no good. So she decided to take what she went through to teach. But she went in and she talked to the men in prison. And I talked to a lot of women that has gone through rape, violence. And they actually told me this. And they actually told me this. They don't understand why the alleged accusers of R. Kelly constantly doing what they do. And this was one of the women, that I talked to. She's white. She said, I am a victim. But I don't see myself doing what those women are doing. That's with R. Kelly. I don't see myself doing that. I got myself some treatment and I moved on. And I talked to my girls. She said, I have daughters. She said, I talk to my girls. I try to educate them. She said, but I never, ever, ever will bash their father. She said, he even went to get treatment. But I would never do that to my kids. And when I look at these women, and then you have these white people that get in your ear. Oh, they're just acting out. They're just twerking, and they're showing their bodies because the man was telling them they don't look good, or they telling them they're not this and they're not that, and they're just embracing their bodies. Embracing their bodies. Embrace your mind. Embrace your brain. And when I look, it used to be a village. It take a village to raise a child. Now it takes like the internet to raise a child. And what you see with our women of color, they feel like, I'll say some are women, but the majority of what you see on the damn media, social media, they showing their bodies. They're half naked. They're twerking. They're gapping their legs open. They're doing all kinds of things for attention. Andrea Lee, she didn't do what these women did. She didn't do that. What did she do? What did she open up? Marijuana. She want to sell marijuana. She said she doing this for her babies. You invested in marijuana, but you got on TV bashing your baby's father and saying that he didn't finish paying for her college. Now he paid the majority of it, right? So when they got a divorce, she had millions. Where are these millions? You didn't say as a woman with a child, your child, female child, well, I'll take over the rest. I'm gonna pay that, and you're gonna finish school, and you're gonna be all you can be. Not teaching her that, but want to teach her how to twirl on a pole. And these women, the majority of black women, telling their kids they cannot make it unless they're able to twerk and get on that pole. And that's a shame. And that's why I'm mad. And that's not victim bashing at all. That's get it together bashing, okay? Because it doesn't make any sense that she will allow, and all it is they're using the R. Kelly brand to launch their organizations. That's it. That is it. Did any of those people, Me Too, all of them, that use these women of R. Kelly, did they say we're going to give y'all a scholarship for your kids? Do you want to go to school? Do you want to go to college? You know, what you want to do? None of that. Lifetime, the network Lifetime, what they do? 31 point some million dollars and growing. And then you got one get on there with the pity party. She can't even buy a hamburger. But did she tell Lifetime, okay, y'all using my story, so, you know, help me better myself? They didn't do that. But they get on social media, it's an overkill. And these victims, these true victims, they telling me they sick of it. I'm sick of it. And I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim at all. I'm not a victim. I'm not gonna go around with no pity party. I'm not going around bashing my kid's father. I'm not doing that. I got myself the treatment that I needed, moved on, and trying to, you know, talk to others about it. But these women that went through something, that actually went through something, they took that to try to better things. And then I love what the other woman said. Take it out, take it to the community. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take everybody, the man, the woman, the child, educating them. It's not just about us. It's about that whole community. What you grew up learning and knowing. But then to reach out and give people knowledge on things so they can better understand. That's what I'm saying. This woman can twerk, and twerk. I love to dance, but she twerk. And then when you see her Her ass cheeks out. Everybody else got on, they're covered up, so they can dance, but she got her ass cheek out. She got to show her ass cheek, her boobies. Just to want to teach people how to dance, but to teach them stuff like that. And I'm sick of looking at stuff that y'all showing that should just be in the bedroom. Talking about embracing your body, yeah, and respect your body as well. I don't see those women on no Instagram and places like that dropping it like it's hot and busting it wide open. I don't see that. I don't. That's why I posted what I posted. I'll let y'all look at the clip and let y'all see why I feel the way I feel.
Tell us what city you are. I guess we're gonna have to be Inspector Gadget and find you, because we don't know anything about you other than you have me mesmerized with that fucking booty all in the air. I was smelling it and everything. I can smell it from here with your black ass, girl. I like it. Okay, let's find this girl. Everybody, come on, let's find her. All of my fan pages that do all the digging for me. I'll find her for me. Not up here.
See what I'm saying? This is an example. They have a show with this woman. Okay? Now she's saying go hunt. Sending people to go hunt for the best twerkers. Okay? They're not sending people out to look for the book smarts or look for somebody that they can transform and educate to be entrepreneurs. They're not doing that. This is what they're doing.
My new love, my new empire for my babies. 10,000 pounds behind me.
Another example. When she left, she had millions, right? I'm going to get some marijuana for my babies. I'm going to sell marijuana for my babies. But you invested in that, but you didn't invest in your daughter's education. I'm sick of the blame game. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. It's a blame game. I'm going to throw all the blame on the baby daddy. But we don't take accountability for our actions. But we're going to blame other people. That's like I talk about this all the time with us. We don't protect ourselves. We always jump in the moment. I'll just say some of us. Let me stop saying we, but when I say we, I'm talking about people of color, but people with a brain, they know I'm actually talking about people that's doing things like this. But we don't plan our lives, the majority of women. We lay in bed with a man, but we don't have a plan. Do we lay with this man and have unprotected sex? Knowing that we know this is like a one-night stand, and what is the possibility if I end up getting pregnant? Will this man be in my life? Is he gonna be a responsible father? Or if I get pregnant and he's not a responsible father, will I be able to hold this down myself? Will I be able to take care of this child? Because the situation is, you can't force a person to do something. You can't force a man to be a father. But you have to be responsible for your life and plan it. Because we get babies, but we do the blame game. Yeah, that man's supposed to scrap it up. He should have scrapped it up. He having unprotected sex with her. He knew she could get pregnant. But that's that woman's body. It's not his body. They can easily go on about their business. But then we get the babies. He's a deadbeat daddy. He ain't this. He ain't that. I'm going to put the white man on him. Then you put the white man on him, what he going to do? They take their license. They take the man's driver license. Well, how the hell you expect him to go back and forth to work? They don't care how that man live. He's a man. I don't give a damn if he got bills. I got Pookie. I got his baby, and I got my nails need to be done. I need my Remy hair. I need my heels. I need to be able to be VIP in the club, and I got to pay get some internet so I can be twerking on the phone and all that, and I gotta have some cable, and I gotta have food in the house, and I gotta pay my car note, and I gotta do all this for me, and I'm expecting daddy to take care of all of that in my house. I don't care if he got his own bills. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But they take their license, right? Get behind in child support. They lock them up, right? So when they get out, they have to get out. They have to bond out, right? They have to bail out. And I know because I have called several states and I asked these questions. So that's why I says laws got to be changed on different things around here. And so somebody scrape up money and bail them out. Mama, do you think that money gonna go to you and Pookie? No. It's that state got that money, okay? So then they lock them up like, you behind. So we're gonna lock you up. We're gonna lock you up. And you gonna do forced labor with us. You're gonna do forced labor with us. You're gonna make panties for Victoria's Secret. You're gonna make some stuff for Walmart. And you're gonna continue to make us billionaires. But do they take that little change that they make, do they send it to you and Pookie? No. We have to take accountability for our action. We have to take accountability for who we lay down with. I never blamed people for my responsibility. I never blamed baby daddy for anything. If he do, he do. He don't, he don't. I asked you one time, if it's a no, my head up high and I go about my business. But my kids are taken care of. But I'm not going to bash them. I'm not going to scream at my kids and say, you're just going to be no good like your no good daddy. And make them kids think that their father is a monster. I would never do that. That's what I am saying here, you guys. That is right, Candy. There's nothing wrong with having some class about yourself. And I'm glad to see that.
Oh my God. Not up here. Here we go.
In our world, she okay. She twerking, she dancing, she doing all this stuff at the clubs and everywhere, just happy-go-lucky. But she get in front of them white people in that camera, she all cries and Robert Sylvester Kelly ruined her life and ruined her world and stuff and woe is me and it's about me and I need the spotlight and I'm gonna keep Kelly's last name because I need that name. I twerked hard and earned that name by twerking and all that kind of stuff. So I earned that name. So I need to use him and continue to to be seen, to be known. I don't need them to forget about me because I used to be married to Kelly. So now what I'm going to do, I use the Kelly name because he's the R&B king. So I'm gonna have my own, get on this reality show and stuff like that. Oh, the ratings going down. We're about to lose this show. So okay, I've been talking good every interview. Oh, he's a good man. I go to all his concerts. I go to his parties. Went to his party in 2015. But he was abusive. You go to his show. You say you go to all his shows. Yes, I do. I go to all his shows. So now, what I'm gonna do? He's in jail now. I'm gonna use the battered wife situation, and I'm gonna be seen by that. I'm gonna use his name all the way until I die to come up. So now I'm just gonna go on this tour, this bashing tour. Yes, he did this to me. Yes, he did that to me. Everything now that you have going on, speaking engagements, you're going to speak to him and then you're going to teach him how to twerk. Okay. Okay.
Oh! Stuff. I don't like that shit. Stop that cussing! I used to be a cheerleader. Right. I used to be a thot. No, but I'm not a thot. You never was. That shit flew out of here. Okay, now listen. So being a what makes you a thot? A cheerleader. Hell it! Don't call me that. You got me cussing. Not up here.
See, this is what I'm talking about. We take these things and make it as a joke. This is not funny. This is not a joke. This is what we teach our children, our babies. And that's why they grow up the way they grow up. Because this is the kind of thing that we think is funny. As people of color, this is not funny. This is the type of stuff that needs to be bashed. This is the type of stuff that needs to stop. Because it's not funny. These are our babies. These kids are our future. So this is what we're looking at. This is our future. I
was gone for literally 5 minutes and these bitches are pulling each other wigs off and slapping each other in the face. Okay.
You're not used to know, honey.
How the fuck y'all bitches gonna be cabaret?
Cause hoes is disrespectful and ghetto as fuck.
Bitch, fuck all that. Get to that stage. Let's make something happen. No, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this cabaret with this horse. I'm gonna have to find some new bitches, because these bitches are really not trying to get their life in order.
You should, take them out to dinner or something, go sit down somewhere, nice and classy.
I'll take them to all the assholes out. I need to see where their mind is at.
So during that whole chaotic moment, me and Jay broke our fucking nails.
The bitch had an issue with me saying I'm a 304. What's your issue with me being a 304? You're the hoe.
I feel like this journey is gonna be whatever we make it, and that's just real shit.
Last night was so out of hand. I had to pull up on my girl Chastity.
You stepped in, but you ain't smacking nobody, so what the fuck?
I broke bitches' nails. Them hoes was looking, oh my God, my nails.
I just have some fucking words if we do see them hoes again. It's not done.
See, this is what I'm saying here. This is the type of, things that they promote for our women. You have Jocelyn, gathering up women to put them on a stripper pole. And basically, the people that put this together was like, we want to take you back to where you used to strip. And so you came out of that. But, yeah, she came out of that, but if they're going to do something like that, they need to promote it. I was here. I went through the same thing that these women went through. I'm trying to get my life together, and stuff like that. But they bringing women into the strip club. And then you have the women calling each other the H word, the B word, and stuff like that. It's just they're proud to say it. Then you have Jocelyn calling them out their names and and stuff, and they better get in there and do that, and showing a woman pimping out other women, and they're promoting stuff like this. This is what I'm saying right here. With us, we need to promote our women better. And I am sorry, people get mad. Oh, why you bashing, black women, and we're black, and you have no business bashing the black woman and putting them down. This is a disgrace. This is a disgrace. I want to see, and I will promote any woman of color that's doing it the right way. And with Jocelyn, when she was on that show, when she quit, they should have grabbed her and like, let's try to, help her, do better. But they take her and put her in this, whatever you want to call it, film or whatever you want to call it, to promote this kind of stuff for our black women. And that's what I'm saying. And calling, the women call each other B's and H's. But when a man call them that, they go bird. But they'll call themselves a B in a minute. The man call them a B. Oh, I'm calling the police. You doing me. You don't talk to me that way. I'm a woman. I'm a female. Carry yourself as a woman. That's what I'm saying here. We promoting the wrong things for our women of color.
Rolling Out TV.
Oh, how has it been with the reality show? What's going on with you?
Oh, goodness, everything. Just the dancing and the traveling. But you know what? I'm used to it because of my life with my ex. So now it's just different because the focus is on me now. But I love Honey. That's why they call it Hollywood Exes for a reason.
Okay, so what special message do you have for women who just been dumped or just got out of a bad relationship?
You know what? Bet on you all the time. When you bet on yourself, you cannot go wrong. And a lot of women, we get so lost in their world, but we have to have something for us and a foundation for us. And we have something to give to everybody else. So bet on you. You know what? This is a part of that journey. So enjoy every.
Speaking of your journey, right now you are on one of VH1's hit shows, Hollywood Exes.
Yes.
Did you see this happening for you? What made you say, you know what, I'm gonna expose it all, I want to be on the show?
You know, for me, unlike my sisters on the show, people knew who they were. They knew that they were the wives of Eddie Murphy or Prince. And for me, I was kind of the phantom wife. I said, I'm like Santa Claus, honey. He drop off gifts and nobody see it happen.
Yes.
Like we just wake up and the gifts are there. So for me, it was a perfect platform for me to introduce myself to the world. And people say, well, was it harder because people didn't know you? Actually, it was a blessing in disguise.
Sure.
Because I came with a blank canvas. I was allowed to put any colors I wanted to on it. When people know you pre-show, they already have a misconceived notion, right, of who you are.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, now judge me from this point on.
So this show, a lot of people get, you guys do receive some backlash because they're saying, okay, he's your ex, like, move on already. Do you see it that way? Do you see it as this show being your platform to become who you are? Right. Or are you already who you are, and it's just so happening that you're ex of R. Kelly?
Well, first of all, our show, Hollywood Exes, is not about these men and why they got divorced. It's about these women and why they married us in the first place.
Sure.
I was who I was before him, during him, and after him. So when people are like, well, move on, why are you keeping his last name? Honey, because it's not a car lease. You don't turn it in at the end of the marriage. I am a Kelly.
Sure.
That's what it is.
So do you guys still get along, you and R. Kelly?
Yes, you know what? Because you're divorced people, it does not mean you're not a family.
So does he support the show? I gotta ask you, how the love songs, is that how R. Kelly got you with the love song?
No, that's how I got him.
That's how you wrote them?
That's how he wrote them. Yes, ma'am.
Hate me or love me, I don't care. I'm just gonna, like I said, we have a man that's fighting for his life here. And then you have Andrea, and it's just ass backwards to me. And I don't care if people feel certain ways, because, that's the thing. That's the reason why a lot of people try to be hurt smart, because they worry about what this person say, this person gonna say, this person gonna say, this person gonna say. But right is right. And it's just like it's backwards to me, because my healing My healing started from the beginning. And I didn't do it ass backwards. I'm all cacky-lacky and happy-go-lucky. And then all of a sudden, 30 years later, I fall into this hate thing and go on a press conference bashing my past. I took it, grew from it, learned from it, and I grew and went on with my life. And these clips here are 7 and 8 years old. And she speaks highly. She had a platform. She said, I want to use my platform to talk about the things that I went through. That was her platform like 7 or 8, 9 years ago. And everything was hunky-dory. Like, everything was hunky-dory. Everything was great with her and Robert. And if you just got out of a battered relationship, you wouldn't even want to be involved with him. Like, she would have that attitude that she has today. She would have had that like years ago. And she spoke highly of him. She spoke, I mean, you can just go back and look at everything. Like, she was happy, she was glowing, and things like that. So it just makes me wonder, like, what happened in between there? Did things go bad in your life with your ex-husband, McKinney or McGee or whatever, McKinney or whatever his name, and then the other relationship she had, and then so now she taking it out on Robert, because all through those years she talked about the glamorous life that she had with Robert. She talked about the glamorous life. So then you get with these other guys and they couldn't do it, and then you had this money, and then so now I am mad because I don't have that lifestyle anymore. She bragged on the planes, private planes, and things like that. You can go back and look at all her interviews back then. That's all I'm saying. Now he's down. I'm gonna kick him while he's down. I'm gonna stomp him while he's down. But when back then everything was great, and I'm not understanding that. And I still say this, just listening to her, and she had a feisty attitude. She got a feisty attitude, and she could make a great. She could have a great platform. But the way she's doing this is just, my opinion, I don't agree with it. I do not. I will not. Nobody can't make me. I don't care. I'm not. And then somebody left a comment on there, saying about what I posted. But I'm saying that to say, I posted that because I've been praying for Robert's daughter. And I'm happy she's doing well. And that's what I was posting. She needs to focus on that baby. She needs to focus on that baby. She is too focused on trying to put somebody down that's already going through it. Anything, you're going to be that strong mother and be strong for your kids. She don't know how they feeling in their head. They probably just don't want to tell her things to hurt her feelings. I know how it is to have parents separated, and you try not to hurt your mom's feeling or your dad's feeling. But you looking at how she's portraying their father, and that can put a toll on them. But I'm not going to say anything. That's why I said what I said about that situation. Concentrate on that young lady. Build her up. And stop tearing her father down. And take that energy that she is having, tearing down that child's father, and take that energy to build her kids, build her daughter. That's what I'm saying. Well, maybe I'm feeling a certain type of way because I lost all my mothers, like all three. My two grandmothers, and my mom. And maybe I feel that way because I want to be able to look up to women of color. Maybe it's me, I guess. Maybe I feel a certain way because when I look at our women, I want to be looking up to them and be like, oh my God, that's wonderful. And it pushed me to do even greater. Maybe it's me. On that note, what can we do to change the image of the black woman for the better? We are strong, powerful people. We are strong black women. We are very powerful. We can handle almost let's say everything. How can we show our young women that's growing up, to do things better as far as what they are trying to promote for us? They will sell us twerking. They will sell us calling each other bitchs, and they will sell us fighting each other, scratching each other eyes out. Because they know if we promote this and these young women of color that's growing up seeing it, we can draw them in as well. And they'll feel like all I have to do is swing on a pole and get those dollars. All I have to do is twerk to be seen and be noticed and get those dollars. All I have to do is go in and set up and lie to get those dollars. But we have to promote and show the world we are powerful women. We don't have to do those things. We can promote each other and help each other out. We can do those things. I, myself, and I, a while back I said it, I said, if you have anything you want to promote, send it to me. I will do that. Young ladies, old ladies, matter of fact, if you have a clothing line, whatever you have, and you want it out there, you want it promoted, send it to me. Because I love to see our black women grow. But I will not promote is the things that you're doing the wrong way to get it. Because I have daughters. And when I speak to them and I go off on them and I try to tell them the right thing and just try to stay on them and stay on them, I want them to be able to, when they go on their social media platform and they see these women and they're like, Mama right. She is. But it's like we're fighting against, all the negative promotion that they're putting out there. And the question is, what do we need to do to show people that we are some powerful, strong women without the label of an angry black woman, the label of a twerking black woman, the label of a gold-digging black woman, a label of an angry, bitter baby mama, without the image of swinging on a pole. Those images, what can we do?